I'm Danae. Welcome back to my channel. It is the end of March, so that means it is time for me to do my April TBR. These are all the books that I plan to read for the month of April. If you're a reader, I'm sure you can tell what two of these are based on the edges alone. I am a reader, a planning reader. Did I say that right? I am a reader who plans out her reads. As a busy mom of 3, it just makes my reading journey easier to know what's next and know what book I'm going to read next. I just like having it set out as far as what I'm going to read. I typically aim for 10 books a month. Sometimes I don't make it. Sometimes I'll read 8 or 9. It just depends on how that month is going and kind of what's going on in life for that month. But I have 5 physical books here, and the rest I'll be reading on my Kindle. So without further ado, let's get into the books. First up, this is one of my most anticipated reads of 2025. I had 2 for this year that I was really anticipating, and that was this one, and the other one was Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. I was so lucky to get an ARC copy of that one, so I have already read that one, so I have that off my list. I'm just waiting for my physical copy at this point. And now my second most anticipated read of 2025 is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I am an Abby Jimenez stan. She is an author for me. So I was so excited about this one. I've been patiently waiting for this to come out, and I can't believe we are getting ready to come up on April 1st. So please believe I will be in the stores on April 1st getting my copy. I don't like to really pre-order much anymore just because you never really get them on time. So if it's a book that I don't care about starting right away, that's completely fine. But a book like this, I know I want to open the book and start reading it on April 1st. So I would definitely be going into the store physically on April 1st to get my copy. So that's that one. Secondly, I will be reading Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This releases on, I think, April 22nd. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. I do enjoy her books. I haven't read all of them. I have all of them, haven't read all of them, but I absolutely love Beach Read. That's definitely a fave of mine. And so I'm looking forward to reading this one. And to be honest, I don't really even know as much what it's about. I often don't read the synopsis much. I just kind of go off on vibes, or if it's the author that I know has a history of having hits, I'll just go ahead and buy it, no question asked. And so yeah, I'm planning to read this one. I will be getting the standard edition again. I'm probably just gonna get it directly from the store, but I also pre-ordered a special edition one that will be arriving to me around the time it's released. It's a special edition one that I ordered from, I think it was Afterlight. So I'm really looking forward to that one coming in. But like I said, I'm still going to get the regular copy. And yeah, so that's book number 2 that I'll be reading. Now, let's get into some of the physical copies. So When the Moon Hatched, y'all. Again, I am new to fantasy. So all of these books are new to me, but I've been having such a good time reading these fantasies and romantices. And I know this is another one that has been highly recommended. And I got the paperback version, which is super thick. So I'm going to try to tackle this sometime in April. Again, I'm shooting for 10 books, but with the book being this thick, that is a little bit of a lofty and ambitious goal. But I'm looking forward to reading this one. And again, I don't know what this is. I can't regurgitate the synopsis for you. Again, off vibes. And then since this was so highly recommended, I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a try. I'll give it a read. So, because I've been reading more fantasy and liking it, I'm feeling more confident about my ability to really read and grasp and enjoy a fantasy book. So, with that being said, I'm excited to get into this one. Then we have Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood. I've seen this all over, and if I'm being honest, I bought this one off vibes. I just absolutely love the colors, love the cover, and of course the edges here. I know that this is a sports romance. This is swimmers, so this is about swimmers. I've never read a swimmer's romance before, and I also don't read many sports romances. The ones I have been basketball romances. So I haven't read any other sports romances, so I guess this will be introducing me to my second sports romance, or second type of sport. And so my thing with Ellie Hazelwood, so I've only read one Ellie Hazelwood book, and that was Bride. And honestly, I just didn't like it very much. I found it very slow and just overall kind of boring to me. I did finish it. I didn't DNF it, but it's probably one of those books looking back where I could have and should have just DNF'd. I did push through, but you know, I just didn't like it. Now, maybe that was the wrong one to start with because that was kind of a newer one for her, like her being in the paranormal space. And also, I was new to the paranormal space as well, but I just found myself bored. There was a lot of over explanation of the vampire and the werewolf, issue. And I felt like it was just too much time spent on the back history of it. And yeah, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. So I still am going to give her another try. I'm not going to write her off as an author just based on the one book that I didn't like. I also have Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain, but I have not read those yet. So this will be my second Ali Hazelwood book that I'm going to try. Now, if I don't like this one, I don't know. It could be that maybe, just maybe, her books aren't for me, and that's okay. But I'm going to give this one a try. I've heard mostly good things about this one. So I'm actually excited. I'm going to do this as a buddy read with two of my friends that I've met like through the book world. I've met so many good people through like reading and being in these book spaces. And so yeah, I'll be doing this as a buddy read. Next up, I have this book called Sleeping with Deception by L.A. White. This is an indie author. She reached out to me to send me her book so that I could read it, and I'm happy to do that. I love helping out indie authors, especially BIPOC indie authors, just as a marginalized reader myself. And I would love to just further support other marginalized authors. And so I try whenever I can or when I'm asked, especially if it's something that I seem like I'm going to like or is going to be interesting to me, I will read it. So I'm not going to like accept your book if I don't think I'm going to read it. Like if I don't think it's for me, I'm not going to accept it. But you know what? If it seems like something I could get down with, I'll definitely accept it, definitely read it, definitely review it for you. So I'm looking forward to this one. This one says, I think this is like a romantic suspense. After a terrible accident that killed my sister, I decided to leave my hometown behind and head to the Big Apple. I thought with a new job, new apartment, and the makings of what could be a new love, I would get the fresh start I needed. He was mysterious and perfect in every way. Alex was the definition of the ultimate dreamy package, handsome, charming, and romantic with just an air of mystery. But that mystery soon turned into doubt, and fate decided to step in. It was a party at the Hamptons where what began as a night of fine wine and laughter with friends soon ended with a single moment that turned my world upside down. That's when it all started. The vandalism and threats that made me fear for my life. I moved to New York City to escape my past, but now it's back. Only this time it's about to get much, much worse. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds really intriguing and interesting to me. I don't read romantic suspenses often. I actually think that I've never read a romantic suspense or like thrillers. I don't typically read that genre, but this does sound interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading it. She sent like some artwork with it, and if you're interested, L.A. White, that is her name. You can find her on Instagram. I think Instagram is @LA White Books. So this is on my list to definitely get to for the month of April. Next up is Blood Marked by Tracy Deonn. This is book 2 in the Legendborn cycle. You guys might have seen my other video where I documented meeting Tracy Deonn when Oathbound came out. So I did read and finish Legendborn, and so I'm excited to continue on with the series. This is book 2. I will also be doing this as a buddy read with my same friends. And so this is continuation of Bree's story. And I don't want to really say too much based on, if you remember how Legendborn ended. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one. I've heard like really good things about this one as well, whole series in general, but really good things about Blood Marked. Then lastly, for my physical books, I have Art Infinite Fates by Laura Stevens. I've heard so many good things about this one. I picked it up really just based off other people's recommendation on Book Talk and, but basically Evelyn can remember all her past lives. She can also remember that in every single one, she's been murdered before her 18th birthday by Arden, a supernatural being linked to her soul. So they're like linked soulmates, but they kill each other in every lifetime. The problem is that she's quite fond of the life she's in now, and her little sister needs her in order to stay alive. If Evelyn wants to save her sister, she'll have to find the centuries-old devil who hunts her through each life before they find her first. Figure out why she's being hunted and finally break the curse and try not to fall in love again. So, like, imagine falling in love with, like, your soulmate, but you can't be with them, and you guys are, like, basically killing each other in each life. Like, I don't know. I've heard great things. Sounds interesting to me. It's also a different read for me as well. I've heard like this was an emotional read. I guess just based on the fact that you're falling in love with your soulmate, but you can't be with them, and you're every time like you guys are like just hunting each other and killing each other. I guess in each lifetime. But yes, I'll be reading this one, and this book is just so pretty. I love this. And then next up, I'll be reading The Poppy War. This is a part of a trilogy. This is book 1 in the Poppy War trilogy by R.F. Kuang. I've heard nothing but great things about this book. R.F. Kuang seems to be an amazing writer. She's highly intelligent, just highly smart. She's a scholar. And so I'm looking forward to this one. Apparently, female rage, war, political climate, upheaval, unrest. And it seems that seems to be like a theme with a lot of her books. I recently finished reading Babel by her, and I enjoyed it. That was such a thought-provoking read. Racism, classism, sexism, revolting against oppressive systems, systemic oppression, betrayal. So many great themes in that book, so many thought-provoking themes. I did do a review on that one as well. I'll also have that one linked if you want to take a quick listen to it. I did a quick 2-minute review on it. But after reading Babel, I decided, okay, I'm going to dive into more of her work. And so Poppy War is up next. I will be also doing this as a buddy read, so I am really looking forward to that one. Next up, I have an ARC read. This is called Blood Moon by Brittany S. Lewis, and this releases September of this year. And if you're unfamiliar with the terminology, ARC Reads is an advanced reader's copy, so I have a copy of this book that I am able to read and review prior to the publication date. And Blood Moon is a fantasy, romantasy, paranormal, seems like it's an enemies to lovers type of deal, and we have vampires and werewolves. So main character is Mira, and she grew up in a small town and grew up hearing all about like local legends of werewolves, how many years ago they traveled to her town to protect humans from the growing threat of vampires. Just a story, a fairy tale as she believed. Now she's all grown up, starting freshman year at the nearby Lakeland University. College feels normal, except the one thing she's been craving most, except for one particular classmate, Julianne Santos, a mysterious boy with long hair, golden eyes, and a coldness that seems directed exclusively at Mira for reasons she can't understand and he won't explain. When she receives an unaddressed letter from her mother, she's told the world isn't as it seems. She suspects her mom might be telling the truth when she stumbles across strange animal tracks on a hiking trail, and when she's miraculously saved from a 20-foot drop by the one and only Julian Santos. The problem? Julian would have had to jump the length of the cliff to catch her, making him incredibly fast and strong beyond belief. When she confronts him about this, he denies everything. But when a blood moon rises, Mira soon finds herself caught in the middle of an ancient magical war with Julie on the other side of the line. She discovers there's so much more truth to the old town legends than she could have ever anticipated, and her family's historic role in it will change her life forever. Blood Moon is a dark, thrilling, intensely romantic ride, a fresh take on werewolf love story for a new generation of paranormal romance readers. And it is the first book in a series, so this is going to be part of a series. It's set against high-stakes paranormal backdrop, a world ripe with secret identities, rich supernatural lore, and a forbidden romance that comes with a deadly bite. So that sounds really interesting to me, and I'm really excited to dive into this, do my review, and probably remind y'all about it again right before publication date. So that's that. And then lastly, the last arc I have is called August Lane. It is by Regina Black. I read her debut book called Art of Scandal, and I absolutely loved it. That was a 5-star read for me. I did review that one as well, so I will link that review video above if you want to take a quick listen to it. But this one is about the visibility of Black women voices in the country music genre. So this follows the MMC, and he's a struggling like country music artist with a dying career. At this point, he's skating by singing in motels. He gets an opportunity to go on tour with a Black 90s country music star, And she happens to be the mom of a woman that he betrayed from his small town many years ago. She wrote a song for him, and he basically stole the song as his own, and he continues to sing that song as if he wrote it, and without ever crediting the writer, which is August. Her name is August Lane. So when the opportunity to come on this tour comes up, he has to go back to his hometown. August and he at some point, I guess, meet up, and she eventually tells him, you have to write a song with me and sing it, or I'm going to tell everyone what you did to me all those years ago. I'm going to tell them the truth, that you're singing this song that I wrote and you stole it. So basically he has to, that he has to work with her and, write the song with her, or let her write the song, because she wants to basically get more traction as an actual and true songwriter. So this sounds really interesting, and I'm really interested to read about, a genre that, you don't often hear Black women existing in. I know that we do, but you don't often hear about that. So I'm excited about this book. So that is all for my April reads. Comment below. Let me know if you've read any of these, especially When the Moon Hatched. Let me know if you read any things and what you're planning on reading for the month of April as well. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel. See you guys next video. Bye.